going on, everybody? Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Happy Land Card Day. We got some exciting stuff going on in the world of Splinterlands, and I know that it has been a while. It has been a very long while since I have done a solo live stream, so I'm excited to be doing that here with you guys. Let me know if the audio is coming through okay. As you can tell, I'm running the audio separately through my phone just because I don't know, my computer gets weird. I would actually not even maybe I'm taking a page out of Tails's book. I kind of didn't even want to do any video today, but it's just for old time's sake, I suppose we'll keep the video up. So I literally have three devices right now. So just so you guys understand, I have the old laptop, which has just the webcam coming, but the microphone I'm not using for that just because everything slows down and I got to hardwire it and all that fun stuff. Sharing my screen from my gaming computer, and then of course I got my phone here. So all of it hopefully coming together for a wonderful presentation just for you guys as we chat Splinterlands. So thank you so much for being here or watching on the replay. I am just gonna go through all the cool stuff that we have seen since we are all the new stuff that has come up. So if you just go to the main screen here, they got the luckiest long shot, I think, is that new card. So we can go check that out in a little bit. Let's see here. So I want to take a look at all the land stuff first, just because that's where my excitement lives. And let's see. There we go. Okay, so you can now go to the Artisan Quarter, and there is a cards tab. So you can go over here and you can see just what you can create. Now, what I love about this is that it shows the max supply and it shows the remaining supply. So we've already seen over 10% of the common cards get minted. Let's go all the way to the legendary, and not quite as many here, but we are burning through a decent amount of resources so far. I mean, again, we're only like a couple of hours into this. I think it's like 3-4 hours at this point, so nothing too wild here. All right, so Toiling Ox is the epic, and then we have the rare, and we've had about a little bit over 1,000 of these bad boys minted. So as you can see here, I have allocation rights for just the first three, right? So I can make 21 common cards. I can make 3 rare cards, and I can make 1 Toiling Ox, the epic card. Now, the thing is, I don't even know that I have enough Cinder to make the Toiling Ox. Sorry, not Cinder. No, not enough Aura. Say I have about just under 1,000 Aura. I'm gonna need 7,500 to make those. So I'm probably gonna forego my allocation rights to this one. The Kinbound Druid. Let's see what we got here. So I would need about 1875 Cinder. I'm not as, I mean, it's cool, but it's whatever. Now, 375 Cinder. See, so this is where I would need to go in and start taking a closer look at some of the cards that I have here. Because I haven't bought any cards to burn. I assume that I would probably just go and burn a lot of my old reward cards here. Oh, also, if you go into the thing, right? So now we have land sets under Eternal. So Eternal includes both land and gladiator. So that is actually kind of cool here. Let me turn this a little bit just so more centered. And then we got Ankh in the house coming in from Twitch. Ankh, thank you for being here. I'm assuming everybody can hear nobody said anything, so I'm assuming you guys can hear and see the video. So hopefully we're all good there. So as I said earlier, I don't have any land cards, but actually let's go to the market real quick and see if there are any available. Yes, there are. So you can see, wow, the Tireless Farmhand already going for $1.16. There's a decent amount there at $1.16. Keep in mind, you're going to need to have, a ton, 400 to max this thing out. And then I don't even know, like, for me, I think that it would be, if I was going to make one, I would probably just make one with up to level 14. Up to level 3 with 14 BCX. Because that essentially, it increases the amount of grain. It cuts out the 5,000 DEC needed for a power core. and then it reduces the amount of grain consumed by 10%, which is decent, right? Um, I don't think that. Wait, oh, so this filter doesn't work well for Eternal, because every time I go back, it just shows everything. Now, Toiling Ox is 12,000 or $12, and then you got Kimbound Druid for 350. Now, from the jump, if I was to make this, you get what? Oh, dark discount of 5%. That's not much. And then Toiling Kin. Yeah, like I don't see a need for this card. I can only make 3, but let's say I was able to make 5, I would get Bountiful Wood, which is cool, and Energized. But like with my current land setup, like I don't have any extra land that's not. No, that's a lie. I do have one plot sitting uh, in one random area that is or region, but it's not going to benefit from this. I don't think. I think if anything, the common card would be better. Oh, see, that is kind of annoying when you go back and it removes all your filters. So hopefully that's a hot fix for the team. Now, what's funny is I have a swamp, and I don't know what swamps produce. Can't be grain, can it? That'd be wild. Um, but yeah, so that's that. Now, the other thing that I wanted to take a look at, and we'll dive a little bit more into land later, but on the game side of things, you got Luckiest Long Shot, and I was struggling to find where this was at first. But if you go to rewards and then you go down to manage the weekly fortune draw, so your entries here, this is where you can find it. So lucky coins. So I have only gotten 162. I suppose it's been what, 3 seasons, maybe 3 full seasons so far. Um, I thought I would have had more entries than that, but I suppose not. Yeah, see, isn't that weird? Like, I already have 104 fortune entries, and I'm getting like, I thought I was getting like 12 a day. All right, hold up. This is confusing. So each week you don't win, your fortune entries are converted into lucky coins, and I haven't won yet either. So I'm not quite sure what that's about. Let me put this on Do Not Disturb just in case. So Ankh, thanks for being here. Doombot says scroll down. All right, what am I on the right place to scroll down? Yeah, so I haven't won anything, or at least I don't think I have. And there's been 6 draws already. Yeah, look at how many entries I have. Wait a second. There's got to be something else off here. Your fortune entries convert into lucky coins. Is it like every 100 entries gets you a lucky coin? Because that's even, the math doesn't math there either. What do you guys think? So it's 500 per cars. That shows the leftovers. You add up all your entries. You're probably 162 to 500 to your next one, says Don friggin' Knots. You will have a few cards when you get the draw on Friday. Oh, okay. Now, okay, so what's interesting here is if you go to the leaderboard, and I did look at this earlier and I was a little confused. If you go to the leaderboard, it shows that I have 1,162 coins. Okay, so that makes sense. I should have 2 of these cards then. But my guess is that... Okay, when the fortune draws are over, you also get second chance draw based... Okay, so these cards are not out in the marketplace yet, is my guess. And I don't know if they would be under promo or extra. Or would they be under reward? Okay. Well, you guys let me know. All right. So cool. That means I already have 2 of these new cards. I think if you haven't claimed for the week, you can get them. Well, I believe I tried claiming already. So this reward structure. I mean, I'll be honest. It's even for somebody like me who's been around for a while. It's still a little. It's a little confusing. Because yeah, I wouldn't even know where to find these cards. Now, this is kind of cool. So there's a lucky coin leaderboard. I think you're the luckiest battle mage in all Praetoria Town. To find out when the fortune draws are over, you'll score an ultra rare foil or second chance draws based on your place. What is second chance draw based on my place? What does that mean? Well, either way, I am ranked 340, which is interesting. So I like that. So that's what we got. Let me check Discord. So land crafting cards, 4 new cards. Players with allocation rights are able to create them. Introducing Cinder. Oh, that's one thing I wanted to look at. So you can obtain Cinder by burning any cards that normally burn for DEC. So let's go check that out. I wanted to go and look at my card collection originally. And I was going to look specifically at Chaos Legion reward cards because I know I got a lot of these Pelagor bandits. Now, my guess is that I probably should. Oh man, see, I have so many locked. I should probably max these out to get the little 5% bonus on CP, right? But if I choose to burn, convert to dark energy crystals or cinder, check that out. Love it. Freaking love it. So the question then becomes, $382 cards into 1 max level. Well, okay, so I have a ton of cards here. They can't all be locked. I wish I could find all the ones that are unlocked. This would probably be easier to do on Peak Monsters, honestly. Okay, so now So now the math that I need to do is, okay, if I burn, let's just say 1 BCX for Cinder, I get 7.5 Cinder. And I know we did the math on this already, but I hadn't done it specifically. So 7.5 Cinder. I just want to know how many cards I need to burn, for example, with making the new land common card. So Artisan Quarter, let's go to cards. Let's make it real, right? Like real world examples. So I would need 375 Cinder. Divide that by 1.5. So it's 250 CP. Now if I divide that by 5 CP, that's 50 cards. Wow. So we're burning about 50 of these cards to mint a new land card. I think that's doable. That's good. Now that's about 50 cents right there. And then 20,000 grain. How come I don't have to choose the region? What do you mean in this? Oh, I do have to choose the region. That's crazy. Love it. But check this out. So far, was it 100,000 minus 88,537 times what? 20,000. So 11,463 times 20,000 grain. We have already burned 229 million grain. Yo, that's awesome. Let's 200. So we're at like we'll just say 230 million grain so far, which is not an insignificant amount. If we go here now, we should be able to see this. I haven't refreshed this page in a while, so we're at 9.15 billion total supply. 8.97. That's not quite 2. But yeah, I mean, we're continuing to produce more every day. Wow. Yeah, it should have been like 2.3 or 0.23. Hold on. Or maybe this thing's not updated. Either way, we're seeing a lot of that get burned. We're also seeing, well, we probably haven't seen much ore get burned, but wood supply, that's going to be another one. So let's do that. Let's go back to here and see how much wood we've burned so far. Okay, not that much. So 18,000 minus 6932. So about 1,068 BCX multiplied by 30,000 is 32 million wood. And we were over, was it 900 million or something like that? I guess not. Oh, we've burned more wood than I was expecting. Man, you know, okay, so what's funny is I have a video that I recorded today right before this, and it was just getting a snapshot of the resources. So hold on, let me pull that up. Sorry, the video is going to drop tomorrow morning, but oh, you know what? We were not at 900 million wood. I thought we were. Why did I think that? Okay, we were at 872 million this morning, just a couple of hours ago. And 9.15 billion down to 8.97 billion on the grain. This is hilarious. Stone has not moved at all. And iron is down 123 million. No, sorry. Iron is down like 600,000. Aura is only down 2 million from 156 to 154. So people are not going heavy on the Toiling Ox or the Undying Miner. But this is crazy because, like, it's not 10%, it's like 6%. And I feel like we haven't seen it dead. Oh, shoot. I didn't realize that the Toiling Ox requires grain and stone. Was that always the mix? Why is the epic card so epic in its burning of resources? Yeah, that's wild. Okay. So nobody's willing to spend the aura on this. I wonder if that changes at some point. Common card makes sense. I think the common card is going to go very quickly. Like I said, we're already like, what, 11, 12%? So, you know what's so funny? We've really made the switch over to Twitch, guys. because I used to get comments exclusively only on YouTube, and nobody from YouTube has commented today, even though there you go. I had to say something. Um, even though YouTube has the most viewers of the three. So let's go down here. Bitcoin sake, thanks for commenting. So now I know that YouTube's working. Why did they make research not matter? It seems like you should have to research making cards to unlock. Um, well, okay, so they did do that in a very roundabout way. And by essentially making so research is required in order to get the Aura permits to build Aura labs. And then once you have those, you can farm Aura, at which point you can see here that Aura is required, at least for the top two. Now, I guess, so you bring up a good point here, but there's a balancing act that we need to thread the needle on this. Because what people complain about is that it's very difficult for new players to come in and have any kind of access. And yet, at the same time, we're also saying, well, we should lock this stuff behind something like research, which really only players who are either serious about land or have a lot of capital, like they're the only ones that can take advantage of that. So, you go between making things super accessible and easy, which is I think the argument that you're making right now, versus just continuing to feed the whales and give more and more to the whales, right? I get that comment all the freaking time. So I think that this was actually a very thoughtful approach where like literally anybody can come in and create these cards. You don't even have to own a plot of land to burn other cards for Cinder, to buy resources like grain or wood off of the marketplace, the trade hub, and then mint these cards. I don't think that that's a bad thing, right? But I guess we'll have to wait and see how that goes for the cards that are being gate kept by research, aka Aura. So, Kusabane, what's up? Thank you for being here. So again, we're in like what 5 hours, only 5 hours in so far. So I'm not going to worry too much about this. We'll see what it looks like maybe after like 48 hours to see how people have handled their allocation rights, and then I really wouldn't expect everything to just go bonkers once the allocation period is done. I don't know, maybe. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, so where are we at? All right, so Bitcoin Sig says, it was not really ever designed to be accessible, though, at least from the original pitch. We were supposed to set up stores, and our land was supposed to fill that gap. Well, keep in mind that, like, your stores are, like, there's still a lot of value being accrued to land in the sense that you can go in and set up plots for grain and wood. I mean, for any of the natural resources, and then just, again, here's the thing, right? Like, is value accruing to land and land resources? Like I posted this video yesterday, and I would say so, right? Like you're seeing everything except for stone really start to rise in value. We're probably still in deep price discovery mode, but I don't know. This stuff's going to take a while. I understand your argument, though. I presented my counter argument. I know what you're saying, and I think that if you make it too inaccessible, you'll get that same issue on the other side where people want to come in and participate in land, but they can't because they just have to buy stuff off the secondary market. And maybe that's how it should be. I don't know. But that's all the thought I'm going to give to it right now. We can come back to it later. Let me do the cha-cha. I want to play this one and see how it goes. Now, I'm always a fan of my girl here. Now, the thing is, we are going to have a massive. I like him for that. But you know what? I don't have. You know what? Screw it. Let's do you in this spot, and then where's our taunt guy? Where's the big boy? There he is, Tenacious Hulk. And then let's just see what happens. I mean, our ace in the hole is going to be Quora, but I don't even know. See, she's gonna struggle. And see, I should have put the Affliction dude here. That would have been helpful. But I got greedy and went for the gold foil because I had the gold foil. So the question is, oh, he's not maxed out. Okay, that's helpful. Oh, that was actually quite huge. Oh man, I could have used that in the back. And okay, so Cora's faster now. We're not gonna get that. Okay. Oh, but that's actually kind of huge. I think we got it. I think we got it, baby. Let's go. Quora for the win. All right. No battle helper on that one. Classical Corner. I don't know if I've come across your username before. Welcome to the channel, or at least welcome to commenting. I crafted my allocation of 2 commons. Nice. Congratulations. I will think about it for the next couple of days. New Age. What's going on, New Age? Have they sold out yet? LOL. No, we are very much still in the allocation phase. New Age, I gotta hit you up. We are planning another Atlanta get together. I know it's like way overdue, but hoping to solidify a date soon. Darkest Night and Keys have been on me about it, so if we can, would love to catch up with you there too, man. Bitcoin 6 says sure, but I feel like Rooney, we were told research was supposed to be the thing you need to get unlock cool things. Yeah, well, hey, you know what? Look, I'm going to agree with you on this fully. There are a lot of things that the team is working backlog on, right? There's a lot of promises that they still need to deliver on, such as Rooney, such as boss fights, such as even land to a certain extent. I would, again, me being the rational optimist here, I would like to believe that they are actually heading in the right direction. And for once, we're starting to see things turn around. It's not turning around everywhere, and it's not turning around all at once. But my hope is that, like, here's the thing: like, Rooney is so niche, only a few people have them, right? I do hope that they come back around and focus on benefits for Rooney, especially maybe even with the Avatar project. That'd be kind of cool. But in terms of like fixing the game economy and making this game more appealing to all players, that's just not the priority. And I can understand Rooney not falling in there. Research was another thing we were sold as well. Of like, you're gonna want to unlock the secret of Praetoria, right? And so Aura is the first thing. You could have gate kept Cinder to a certain extent by saying like, well, you needed to have a certain amount of research to do Cinder or spend as much research. But my guess is that we're going to see a lot more land related items in Land 2.0. And I really hope we get to see some of that in the next 3 to 6 months. Now that Cryptomancer's done with this and all the side quests that he's had for land and Conclave Arcana and Midnight Potions and Mage Wagons, I really hope that we can refocus in on on Land 2.0 and do things that require research, so that, mainly because here's the thing, right? Like, we want people to be scrambling to get more research, or we want people to be scrambling to get more aura, because then those are all net burns for the resources. And so if we can do that, then all of a sudden, like, okay, people are producing land to get all this cool stuff that research and aura are providing. But I don't, I understand where you're coming from. I think we're heading in the right direction. I've given my argument for that several times. Is it moving as fast as people would like? Is it moving as fast as I would like? No. But honestly, when you take a step back and compare where Splinterlands is compared to the rest of crypto gaming and the rest of crypto in general, right? Bitcoin in the market, like, I think we're bucking the trend here that people are not realizing, and yeah, hopefully we continue to see that. All right, Pomp says another oxymoron. Anybody can mint cards, but you can't buy the aura to mint them. Well, again, so that only counts for two of them, the higher rarities. So keep in mind, this is designed somewhat similar to starter packs in Conclave Arcana, right? People can come in and buy the old card, or the commons and legendary, not commons and legendary, commons and rares in the starter packs. Get them for super cheap and load up on those. But you won't get the epic and legendary cards unless you buy the standard pack, or more so like the premium packs. So there's, again, this is just catering to both sides of the aisle here, which I think is important. And yeah. All right. Woody says, is it the allocation phase or general mint stage? No, allocation phase is what just started. Mid phase is going to be, general mint is after 3 days. So this will probably be, I mean, right now for me, it's like Friday afternoon. So I'm assuming it's going to be sometime Friday morning, afternoon, US time. New Age says, count me in. Let's freaking go. Never mind. You just answered. Okay, good. All right. So Bitcoin 6 says, when do you think 2.0 will actually drop, though? It seems like not much of this advances buildings and stuff that was in 2.0. As I've said before, I hope the side quests end in 2026 and that they actually make considerable progress, significant progress towards 2.0. I don't know when 2.0 will be done, but I don't mind 2.0 being chopped up into a bunch of different chunks, right? Starting with, 1.8, 1.9, or whatever it is, and working our way towards 2.0. And if they can do that in 2026, and ideally in the first 6 months, actually, I would love to see something released within the first 3 months of the year next year, something by March, right? Because that gives Cryptomancer 3 months, actually kind of 4 months, since we're knocking out land here. I would say that, yeah, it's I hope in 3 to 6 months we'll start to see more progress. So what he says, if the player base grows, maybe we could breed Rooney, 2 Roonies and some research, make 1 new one. Yeah, I mean, that sounds cool, but I think we're so far away from that. But good idea, though, Woody. Again, I would love to have all that kind of stuff if it made sense, but I think we're really far away from breeding any kind of NFTs here. Woody says, but we would need a fair few players before. Yeah, okay, so I think we're on the same page. Pomp says, no, I have the option to buy standard pack or starter pack. I have no option with Aura. So actually, you are providing this to, or you're kind of like giving the answer then that Bitcoin Sig was looking for. So you need Aura, which means you need to be involved in land and harvesting Aura. So again, there are options available to you, which is the common and rare, but not all options are available to you. The premium options are going to stay for those who have the what's that called? Premium options are going to be for those that are already holding a decent amount of assets. Now, that being said, everything can be sold on the secondary market, and anything can be bid, right? So like, now that these cards are in, I'm sure Peak Monsters is going to have them in their bid system. If not now, then soon. And if you want to pay $1,000 for one of those legendary cards, I am sure somebody's going to want to go in, spend the iron, the aura, and the cinder, and mint it so that they can sell it to you. So it'll still be available to you on the secondary market. All right, cool. Feeling pretty good about this so far. I suppose I will have to look and see which cards I want to burn. I guess it's going to end up being the only ones that I have like a ton of extras for are, let's not mark it. There's Pellicor. Pellicor Bandit. Yeah, everything else, you can see I run a pretty lean ship here, so I don't even have a max Vampiric Blossom. How much does this cost? I've lost to it a couple times, which is kind of annoying. What? Because you get immunity, I think, at the end. Yeah. So it's 2 cents. I need another like 80 BCX. Wow, there's no max copies available. No cheap max copies. 2.7 cents per card, or I can buy them for 2.4. Oh, well, there's not that many for 2.4, so I might as well just get, what's the max level? $3. If only I had the DEC, but everything I have is going towards land right now, and rightfully so. So it's just 50 of these cards. Actually, what I should do is like make a max copy and then burn that. But we'll probably do that on Peak Monsters just to make it easy. Newich says, I will mint my 851 cards tonight. Wow. That's awesome. Goodbye, 1 million CP. Wait, are you going to lose access to some places because of that? Because it's not like it's going to turn into something else. Has Peak Monsters updated to make burning for Cinder in bulk easy? You know what? I'm not sure. We could check that out now. Again, this just came out a couple of hours ago, so I would imagine it's not. It may not even be there yet. This is like the first time that like the team is outpacing Peak Monsters, which is kind of cool. So Bandit. All right, so let's see what's unlocked, and what are my options here? Burn. Oh no, you can only burn for DEC. They have not gotten to Cinder yet, so keep that in mind. Glad I bought many of those at 1.5 cents. Yeah. All this burning will make survival mode interesting. I don't know about that. I mean, Ankh, you're right. In the long run, I am excited to see how this affects survival mode. But I think most people are burning cards, like a bunch of extra cards that they don't need. Venari Heatsmiths, Pellicor Bandits, Pellicor Conjurers. Like, there's already so many of those, right? So I don't think it's going to be anything too crazy. Woody says, does anyone know if the Soul Cube cards have the same burn value as Splinterlands cards? You know what? I don't know. I'm assuming they do. Let's see, though. So this is a common card. Yeah, burn value is 5. So yeah, it looks like they're the same as Chaos Legion. All right, Woody says, I have 600 packs as well. I may as well burn at $5 a pack. It could be the most expensive Cinder in the game. Yeah, don't do that. Maybe open the cards up and then burn them, just in case you get something good. You never know. Actually, don't follow my advice because I have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't know how the CP works in that game. It's just sad that we couldn't make it happen. Although I don't, I think if the team had kept this on, they wouldn't be as efficient as they are right now. So one thing that I think I might start doing more of, as you can see here, I signed up for some tournaments. I have not played tournaments in a very long time, but the modern or the showcases, the scholar showcases, where you get every card, right, at max level. I kind of want to play in those. And I don't know that I'm good enough to like get a scholar out of it, become a scholar out of it, nor do I think I have the time to like play 24 plus battles a day. but I'm trying to find areas in which like we can do more with the open tournaments and just kind of like have fun with those. I don't know, just a thought. Like tournaments is just such a missed opportunity. Um, let's see what's in. Oh, you know what I haven't done yet? I have not opened my reward chests. I think I'll save that for a video, so I have some extra content for you guys. See if I get anything good, or I suppose I can just clip it. Should we open up? Should we open them up here on stream, or should I wait? Man, I want to burn through another 700,000 or 300,000 glint. Maybe get another beaver in the mix. There's only 603 beavers in circulation. Isn't that wild? Granted, I don't know how many CC, but 630 cards. Oh, and that's it. This is all that's available for sale. Somebody's trying to rent out their beaver. Yo, what's up, Dubstep Racing? Thank you so much. Appreciate you. All right, what time is it? It is 4:09 for me. So I can hang out for a little bit longer. Let's do what I say I always like to do, which is jump into one of these battles. So, I said this in, maybe it's the video that's coming out tomorrow, but I'll bring it up with you guys here so we can talk about it in real time. But I understand that my content has always skewed more towards the kind of like economy side of things. But I would still cover game stuff, right? And I would still, trying to look up at synergies and how, new cards coming into the mix, like legendary archons and stuff would matter and make an impact in the game. But I'm so out of it when it comes to modern format now that I don't. And so not only am I so out of it, I've also pivoted to doing a ton more land content. And I don't know how many people here are following me because of like land. It's something that I like to do, right? But I don't know. I don't know. I want to be able to find a way to cover more of the game stuff and really get back into like enjoying the game for what it is, because I do that, right? Like I play these games, I play these battles where I don't get paid anything, right? I'm not making any rewards from here, whether Glint or SPS, but I jump in and I do a ton of these battles because it's fun. And so I just want to be able to find a way to, I don't know. Oh man, I don't get healed out either. This is a kind of a dumb rule set. So I'm trying to find a way to like stay engaged with the game itself, even if I'm not able to do that. Like basically, I want to be playing modern format without buying a modern deck, which sounds exactly the way that you think that it does. But my point with that is like, I still want to be playing the game and enjoying the game and the meta of the game, and having fun, right? I don't need rewards for that, nor do I want to earn any rewards. I'm willing to give my time because I just like playing the game. Okay, hold on. I'm struggling here. I don't know what I want to do. This is kind of like a garbage rule set, if I'm being honest. I need. Sure, why not? Who knows? All right, let's see. We have very similar lineups. Interesting. Okay. I think we got this, though. Oh, yeah. Game, set, match. Easy. So here, I'll show you guys just how often I jump in. Again, it's not like a crazy amount, but like all of my matches here, you can see this is training, right? Training. This was 44 hours ago, so I guess it was a couple days ago. But 1, 2, 3, 4 battles 2 days ago, and then some there, and then obviously I wasn't training while I was traveling. But you get my point, right? Even before that, you can see 8 days, 10 days, 10 days, 10 days, 10 days. Like when I go in, I just want to play. I just want to test it out, see what what kind of fun mode I can get. In fact, I'm going to do it again right now because that did not feel fulfilling. And then I'll jump back into the comments. So let's see. I have not gotten Loving the Moo. Let's try testing him out. See, this is exactly what I want to be able to do here. So what is this whole thing again? Bloodline gets poison. Oh, Blast and Magic Reflect for 2. I mean, is poison even necessary? Okay, well, we're definitely going to do you. Maybe we'll run like a sneak team here. We got him. We got him. Elemental. Oh. Oh, screw it. I want to run a sneak team. Let's see. Let's put you into the mix, and then we have 3 mana. 2 mana? 1 mana? Let's put this guy up front. I know it doesn't like make a ton of sense, but that also doesn't make sense. Okay. You know what? That's fine. I do miss tactics. Oh no, never mind. We do get tactics on this. Forgot about that for a second. Okay, so who do I want to put Blast on? Probably the double attackers, because now we're getting some serious damage in. Cool. I did not even take into account the Magic Reflect, but you know what? They have no magic on their side of things. So, oh, that Reckless is going to help me out. Oh, that did not, though. Clutch. Man, I didn't even realize some of these guys get poisoned. Oh, wait, no, I did realize that. But still. Lovely. Sick. I mean, this is kind of an unfair game because we were up against regular or a rare summoner, but still. All right. Dubsta says, by the way, have you thought about doing a podcast with People's Guild or doing your own, bringing players onto chat? I mean, I've done several conversations with People's Guild. I haven't done one in a while. I usually wait for them to invite me. I'm not trying to, sorry, I'm not trying to get myself invited by saying that out loud. But, they usually have a fantastic lineup of guests. And so, if B Jangles feels like it's time to have me on, then cool. I'm always down to chat. But I really love the stuff that they've been coming out with. So I don't feel the need to jump in there and give my opinion. I feel like I give my opinion enough through my own channel. That being said, I did talk about this in a recent video that may be published today or might be published tomorrow. That if there are people that you want to see me chat with on the channel here, I do want to get back to doing that. So it's been crazy, and to be honest, it's gonna get even crazier for me. Like later this, well, not later this year, but starting next year. There's just a lot of stuff that's happening for me on the music side of things that I'm really excited about. And so, um, that being said, this channel is important to me, and hanging out with you guys is important to me. So I'm trying to be way more intentional about making time for streaming, which I'm doing today, as well as obviously just keeping the content coming, right? If you guys remember, through most of the bear market, I was doing like 3 videos a day, and at some point, like earlier this year, I was like, I can't, like 3 videos is a ton. Like I'll do 2 videos. And so I've now jumped down to 2 videos, and if I travel, then I'll try to like record content ahead of time. But if I don't, it's like, yeah, it is what it is. Um, and you guys have been helping me out with the comment stuff too, just because that gives me a chance to like have like one idea for the day that I want to talk about in a video, and then have a video where I kind of just interact with you guys through the comments. Now, what sucks about that is that I literally have a backlog of ideas for videos now of all these things that I want to talk about, but I'm like, oh, I guess I'm only doing 2 videos today. So maybe, maybe there'll be days where I record multiple videos, or maybe I'll just do it where I don't know, it becomes like, here's all my ideas for the day. But I kind of like the short, sweet kind of, 5 to 7 minute snippets of like, here's my thought, take it. It's good for like while you're drinking your coffee, or I don't know, like that's kind of like how I like to do it. I like the long rambling videos. I kind of annoy myself with them. I don't mind doing it for the comments, because that feels more like a live stream to me. I know it's not as interactive, but I'm interacting with you guys still. And so I don't mind those like meandering around a little bit. But if I do like specific videos, I like to keep them laser focused. So I don't know. You guys tell me what you want to hear. I'm fixing to buy a max copy of Mantaroth. Nice. Mantaroth is a fantastic card. I got to give a shout out to Lorcus. I only have a level 2 one, and he has he delegated his level or max level to me, and it makes a difference. I like the economy content most. Cool. All right. I'm glad to hear that. Tails will be interested to see how long the land card resource pump lasts. I agree. I'm hoping that it'll last at least a couple of weeks to a month, get us into January, and then hopefully the team will be able to hype us up for whatever they got for land coming in Q1. If they don't release any new functionality for another 6+ months, it may be short-lived. People's attention spans are short. Yeah, so I'm with you on that, Tails. I think I've been pretty consistent in my desire to see something from the team within the next 3 months. Right, this project is out now. If they can get something out in Q1, which is like essentially like 4 months, although I know the holidays are here, so we'll just count it for 3 months. If they can get something out before the end of Q1 in March, that'll make me happy. And I'll feel like land is progressing forward. Now, I am being very specific on my wish list that I want this to be land 2.0 related. No more side quests, right? No more like, oh, this seems like a cool idea, so we're just going to have Cryptomancer focus on it. It's like, no, let's get buildings. Let's get refinement. Let's get XYZ. Hell, we can even do resources if that's what you really want to do. But let's get more stuff for land online, and have that be well thought out with the other parts of the game, that it's like, okay, well, we're introducing this thing, right? And so therefore now this new resource or this new building or whatever is going to be integrated with guilds, or integrated with the game, or integrated with survival mode, right? All that kind of stuff is what I'm hoping that Matt is doing with his newfound free time now that Dave is in. And Dave is, again, I don't see behind the curtain anymore the way that I used to. I don't see behind the curtain at all, actually. So just to be very clear, but I have to imagine Dave is, like, from what I've seen with Dave, he seems like he's doing a fantastic job, just whipping everybody into shape. Sorry, that sounds like they weren't in shape before. Um, I think the teams are working really hard. So let me rephrase that. Guiding the ship and being very much an operator that the team needed, right? Matt is the designer, but you need somebody who can operate the ship. And I think Dave is the type of person who gets everybody on the Dave is the type of person who gets everybody on the same page and moving in the right direction, right? Everybody's working hard, but sometimes you don't know when you're working against other people or the stuff that you're doing is not in, being done in a coordinated way. And I think Dave is much better at that high level kind of overview and pushing things forward. My kid said my Splinter Cells music was a side quest. Hey man, still worth it. Still worth it. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a day. We have been on for almost an hour, and as always, love hanging out with you guys. So I appreciate you guys coming to take the time to chat, hang out, and we shall try to do it again. I'll take a look and see what my schedule is like for the rest of the week and this weekend, but I will try to get more of these live streams in, especially as there is a lot of cool stuff happening with Land right now. And oh yeah, I mean, there's also a brand new card that just got released as well with Loving the Move. So hope you guys are enjoying that one. All right, have a good one. Peace. Take care, Bitcoin Sig.